Well, hello and welcome again to Sambo. We are in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic for the second day of competition in Pan American Championships. Of course, tonight we are going to have 12 interesting fights, and we are going to start with our first fight of the evening, men under 57 kilograms. In red, representing the Dominican Republic, Oliver Guevara, and his opponent from Mexico, Imanol Rodriguez. We saw yesterday a very beautiful competition with a lot of interesting fights and with a lot of young promising fighters, as well as some very well known and very disciplined fighters. But still, let's watch it again. The Dominican was looking for a beautiful throw. It didn't work. But anyway, it was a beautiful attempt. We restart our competition. This is a very aggressive fight from the get-go. The Dominican is trying to reverse his opponent, looking for he was looking for an arm lock. It was a very interesting reversal. He had his opponent's arm and he wanted to reverse him straight to an arm lock. And now he's looking for a leg. Again, nice positioning. But the referee decides that they should restart the fight from the standing position. Well, some problems with the belt. Let's hope it's not something that will take a long time. Yes, the referee wants his belt to be a little bit shorter, I believe, and that not for sure is going to be very difficult to untie. Looking for the position, both of them. A nice headlock for the Mexican, who moves around very well while his opponent succeeds to control the position on the ground. The Dominican is a little bit stronger, and he's very nimble, and he likes to attack. He likes to be the dominator. Nice technique. Only 1 point score. Yes, it was a very nice technique for the Mexican, who waited for his turn. He was very calm, very patient. He waited until his opponent made his first mistake, and only then he attacked. It's very interesting, the fact that he succeeded to weather the storm this well, and now he tries again that attack. Now he's looking for the arm lock. It's going to be very difficult for him. Very interesting defense for the Dominican. It was a very risky move, but it worked for him. He succeeded to change the position. This was the main point of his defense, but it was a pretty spectacular and an interesting move. Again, both of them with the good sleeve grips. The Mexican is looking for these throws. He succeeded to have a very good outside sweep. And again, the same thing. The clash of their bodies. And the Mexican looking for his sleeve grips. Again, another nice attempt for the Mexican, but not good enough. So we restart the fight. Good attack for the Dominican, but he looks more and more tired. He tries another sweep. It didn't work. And again, trying to use the strength of his upper body. 1 point scored for him. It was a nice effort, and but I think it was very, very physically demanding. He is stronger than his opponent. He is more explosive than his opponent, but he moves a little bit too much, and he's not quite as composed as he is supposed to be. The Mexican controlling the body, turning him in a very, very beautiful arm lock. Very beautiful technique for Rodriguez. Great setup for Manuel Rodriguez. This was, in my opinion, the move of the championship. Is going to be very difficult to top this beautiful execution for Manuel Rodriguez. Well, it was quite a thing of beauty. The setup, the fluidity, amazing technique for Manuel Rodriguez. Very determined young man, very strong young man, and very technical young man also. I hope that we are going to watch together a replay, because that move was beautiful. He succeeded to flow. He succeeded to move in such a beautiful way. Well, enough said about the first fight. We prepare for the second one. Women under 52 kilograms. In red uniform, Luisania Campos from Venezuela, and her opponent from the Dominican Republic, Pamela Polanco. Pamela is wearing the blue uniform, and of course her opponent in red, representing Venezuela. Venezuela had a very good team yesterday, and for sure today they are going to have some other very interesting fighters. Very quick sweep, and now she goes for the arm lock. She has the arm. Let's see, moving into position. Did she tap? We will see. Yes, she didn't tap. She didn't tap. Again, the same setup, the same attack. I really don't understand why they stopped them. And she goes for the same technique. Well, this time she did it. For sure, this is her technique, and she does it so beautifully. All the setups were beautiful, but the third one, the unexpected one, I might say, was was very sneaky. Well, she knew exactly what she wanted to do. A young lady with an attitude, and a young lady who knows what she wants. It was a beautiful attack. Well, the first two fights just ended. And we prepare for the third fight. Man combat under 52 kilograms. Torin McFadden from Canada against Diaz Michael from from the Dominican Republic. In red, the Canadian. In blue, his opponent. Well, so here we go. The Canadian in red, his opponent in blue. The Canadian moving very well, moving all over the mat. On the ground, headlock for the Dominican. Actually, it was a head and arm. Good positioning for both of them. They don't want to strike so much. They try to grapple as much as they can. Both of them moving very well, but no points scored so far. Again, the Dominican is looking for a double leg. Good reposition for the Canadian. Again, the same thing, the same defense for the Dominican with the head and arm. Nice right hand. Canadian moving a lot. Good defense for the Canadian. Still controlling the position. I think it's the right moment for him to try to counter that attack of his opponent. His opponent rushes and attacks very quickly a double leg. It didn't work so far. Well, this is it. Exactly what he had to do. Very good positioning and very nice technique. And now he controls his opponent's body on the ground. Nice spin. Yeah, this is exactly what he has to do. Good scramble for his opponent though. Slowly but surely the Dominican succeeded to escape the attack. But anyway, the throw was a beautiful one and a very well prepared one. Half point deduction, but they restart. It could have been worse for the Dominican. He succeeded to get out. Nice sprawl again for the Canadian. He knows exactly what his opponent wants to do, and this is why he sprawls so effortlessly. And for sure, they have to. His opponent has to try something different in order to win. Still looking for a throw, and another point scored this time. Let's see how many points. Yes, it was a 4-pointer. Beautiful attack. I really like the way that McFadden succeeded to control this fight. And now he attacks. This is a nice double leg, a nice deep double leg. He didn't follow through, but the setup was nice, and he attacked it exactly when he had to. It wasn't quite a power double, and he stopped in the middle of the technique. But anyway, he defends very well. Another nice lateral sprawl, and now he's looking for a hammerlock. He has the position. turns his opponent over, and I really think his opponent tapped. It was a classical chicken wing or hammerlock, or however do you want to call it. What's wrong with him? Let's hope it's just a burst of emotion. Oh well, he seems fine. He's just very, very disappointed. I was scared for a moment. A lot of emotions, and I really understand it. He worked so far to get so far, and it could be very disappointing to end up only with the second place. But I really like his attitude, though. He lost the fight, but he was very very, very angry, and this is how champions are born. You lose now, but tomorrow for sure this is going to be a lesson, and you will be able to use all your strength and all your determination in order to be the best in the world. And let's hope let's hope someday it will be like this for our runner-up. So this ended the first part of our competition, the first three finals. We still have a lot of finals to go. We will have our second block of competition starting very soon, with men under 68 kilograms, women under 60, and combat men under 62. Again, a lot of fighters from the Dominican Republic, and we are going to see another Canadian. But let's wait for the first award ceremony of the evening. For the first three finals, men under 57, women under 52, and men combat under 52 kilograms. And then we proceed with our second block of competition: men under 68, women under 60, and combat under 62 kilograms. Don't go anywhere.
Y Manol, México, medalla de oro. Medalla de bronce, Simanov, León, USA. Por favor, los aplausos para los atletas. Rojas Alonso, Costa Rica, medalla de bronce. Guevara Oliver, República Dominicana, medalla de plata. Y campeón de la categoría 57 kilogramos, Rodríguez Imanol, México. Nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional. Premiación, categoría 52 kilogramos femenino. Polanco Pamela, República Dominicana. Luis Agna Campos, Venezuela. Medalla de plata, Polanco Pamela, República Dominicana. Y campeona de la categoría 52 kilogramos femenino, Luis Agna Campos, Venezuela. Por favor, nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional. Premiación, categoría 52 kilogramos, Combat Sambo. Ribin Pavel, Argentina. Villeda Juan, México. Díaz Michael, República Dominicana. McFadden Torin, Canadá.
And our last award ceremony from this block of competition, and now we will restart with our second block. Still waiting for the athletes to enter the arena.
Premiación.
Let's hope there is nothing wrong with the fighter from the Dominican Republic. He seemed to be very emotional after the final, and let's hope that there's nothing wrong with him.
Díaz Michael, República Dominicana. McFadden Torin, Canadá.
Well, and here we are with our last award ceremony.
Medalla de bronce, Rivin Pavel, Argentina. Villeda Juan, México, medalla de bronce. Medalla de plata, Díaz Michael, República Dominicana. Y campeón de la categoría 52 kilogramos Combat Sambo, McFadden Torin, Canadá. Por favor, nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional. Al colchón, categoría 68
Well, this concludes our award ceremony, and we prepare now for the second part of our competition. We'll start with men under 68 kilograms from Venezuela, Jose Guanipa, and his opponent from the Dominican Republic, Amador Giancarlos.
En la esquina roja, Guanipa José, Venezuela. En la esquina azul, Amador Giancarlos, República Dominicana.
So in red, the Venezuelan. In blue, the fighter from Dominican Republic. And here we go, quickly. The first point scored for the Dominican, but then the referee decided the point will not be allowed. Yes, it was a nice setup, a nice spectacular setup, but it's very difficult to be able to. No, he still has. But let's see what I think. Now he has a leg lock. Very nice defense. But he's no. Does he still have the arm? No, it's the leg. It's the leg with a strength. With a straight ankle lock, as it's supposed to be. Nice attack for the Dominican, but I don't think he will be able to finish the submission hold from that position. Already his opponent succeeded to move a little bit. Yes, maybe now. Maybe now, because it's very deep, the attack. No, the referee decides that enough is enough. Or did he tap? No, he didn't tap. And the fight restarts. Only 1 point for the Dominican. It was the second point deduction against his opponent, so he receives 1 point, and the fight restarts. Good sleeve grips for both of them. Good positioning. He tried to attack, and maybe now, no, not even 1 point. It was a very good defense for the Dominican. But anyway, it was a nice effort and a nice idea. Too bad it didn't work for him, but we still have a lot of time in this fight. 1-1 right now. Looking for an inside sweep, and now he attacks the leg again. It's another attempt of an ankle lock. Let's see, maybe it's better this time. No. Anyway, 1 point scored for the takedown. And we are going to have a short break with for the instant replay. It was a very short. It's a very short discussion between the judges and the referee. Let's see. Probably the last point. The last point awarded to the Venezuelan. Now, but the score stays the same. And here we go. Again on the ground, again looking for a submission hold. It doesn't work this time. Very aggressive setups for these submission holds. I really like the way he thinks. He tries to be very athletic and tries to be very explosive in his techniques. It doesn't work all the time, but who knows? You only need one technique to be successful in order to win by a submission hold, and as long as you are able to try as many as you can, maybe something will go your way. Well, here we go. We restart. Both of them looking for their grips, for their positioning. Nice setup, and again the Dominican is looking for the arm lock this time. He has a better position. Let's see, he only needs to turn now. He only needed to turn his body and to to sneak his other leg into position. He didn't succeed to do that, and still it's 2 points to 1 for his opponent. Maybe right now it's time to try to take down his opponent, or to throw his opponent, because it could be unexpected. But no, still his opponent is the aggressor. Well, here we go again. Both of them looking for the techniques, and now the Venezuelan is trying to attack a flying arm lock. He ended up on his back in his guard, and of course from the guard a very good attack is an ankle lock, but it didn't work. We restart. Another nice attempt. Both of them on the ground. Very nice reversal. Looking now for the arm lock. Here we go again. The same technique. Good defense. They are a little bit hasty, both of them. They are full of passion and full of energy, and this is why they are attacking a little bit without preparing the attack. They rush a little bit, and it doesn't work all the time. 20 seconds to go. And the Venezuelan does exactly what he has to do, He succeeds to score one more point. The last seconds of the fight, still looking for that submission hold that is always so elusive. The last seconds of the fight for sure is going to be a victory for the fighter in red, representing Venezuela. 3 points to 1. And again a lot of emotion for the Dominican fighter. As I said before, I understand this perfectly, but this is it. It's a sport. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes a loss could be very important in your career, because you grow and you understand exactly what you have to do in the future. Anyway, it's a great performance, and it was a very good result for the fighters for all the fighters from the Dominican Republic that we saw today and also yesterday. He is second best, but for sure he wanted to be the best, especially at home with his friends watching from the stands. It's difficult for him, but let's focus to our next fight. It's women under 60 kilograms from Dominican Republic in red uniform, Evelyn Cuervas, and her opponent from Costa Rica, Stephanie Briceno. So in red the Dominican, her opponent from Costa Rica in blue uniform. Well, here we go. Nice attack on the outside. It didn't work though, and still on the ground, trying to pin her opponent. Only one shoulder on the ground, and now she tries to reverse her into into the pin. It didn't work. This is a very difficult position when you are with your back on your opponent. It's very difficult to move from that particular position, and it's very difficult to reach with your hands in order to turn your opponent on the ground or to move her in the direction that you want. Looking for the trip, and now the single leg. Both of them are very, very powerful. And again, another point scored, and this time I think it's going to be a better position. It's a side control into a pin. Well, this is a good position, and I think this could be it. 9 seconds already. Very, very good position on the ground. Very high on her opponent's body. All her weight on her opponent's neck, and this is it. A great and quick victory for the Dominican Republic. For Evelyn Cuervas. Well, anyway, it was a nice fight for both of them, and a great result. We still have one more fight in this second block of our competition. Combat man under 62 kilograms from Trinidad Tobago, Caron Byrne, and his opponent from Canada, Liam McFadden. So in blue uniform, McFadden. McFadden, excuse me. And the fighter from Trinidad. Well, here we go. Born in a red uniform, and the Canadian in blue. McFadden is looking for his position, for his cue. Nice attack for his opponent, though, with whoa, beautiful suplex. And now on the ground, punching very strong. Well, that was quite a spectacle. Half-point deduction, but the main thing, it's the beautiful suplex. Bourne is very big and very athletic. You can clearly see that. Look at the defense and look at the throw. Beautiful technique. Only 2 points, but and again another beautiful throw. This man is so strong and so dangerous. And now he's punching him on the ground. Well. Some problems with the nose, but I don't think it's anything dangerous. Anyway, those techniques were beautiful. He likes to lift his opponent in the air and then to throw him around. I liked the first suplex, and then the counter throw. But how about the third technique that Bourne succeeded to score? Well, some medical attention, but of course there is nothing serious. And here we go again. Nice short punch, and again look at this athleticism. Bourne is so agile, he moves so smoothly. Succeeded to defend himself, and then he tries some ground and pound. It's not going to be a lot of problems with the nose. It's not enough just to try to quickly wipe the blood. You have to use some anticoagulant. There are a lot of options, and for sure the first responders know exactly what to do. A lot of compression right now. Well, let's hope everything is fine for McFadyen. They restart very quickly, and another beautiful throw followed by some ground and pound. This time he didn't succeed to turn his opponent in the air as much as he wanted. 8-1 right now, but Bourne is very dangerous, and look at McFadyen. He succeeded to sweep his opponent, now on the ground, trying to pass the guard, now into a side control. But man, Bourne is like a snake. He succeeds to coil around his opponent and to move away, and again succeeding to defend this this pin, and now he's on his opponent's back, punching him. This guy from Trinidad and Tobago is really a very interesting fighter. He's such a good athlete. He is so flexible, and he has a lot of other qualities that make him very dangerous and very spectacular in the same time. And this is it. Another point scored for Bourne, while I was praising him, and for good reason. Great victory for Bourne. I really like the way he fought. I really like his athleticism and his physical attributes, and his technique also. Let's be honest, he used very well his technique. Well, this is it. This concludes our second block of competition, but we still have two more. Yeah, of course, in today's competition, because tomorrow we'll have the rest of our weight classes. We still have men under 82 kilograms, women under 68, men combat under 74, and right after that third block we will still have men under 100, women 80, and combat men under 90 kilograms. So don't go anywhere. After this award ceremony, we will return with our third block of competition, men under 82 kilograms.
Comenzamos con las premiaciones. Hace entrega Omar Lopera, presidente de la Unión Panamericana de Sambo. Osvaldo García, secretario general de la Federación Dominicana de Sambo. Y Lachelle Regis, presidenta de la Federación de Sambo de Santa Lucía. Categoría 68 kilogramos masculino. Muñoz Matías, Colombia. Molina Hans, Costa Rica. Amador Giancarlos, República Dominicana. Guanipa José, Venezuela. Medalla de bronce, Muñoz Matías, Colombia. Medalla de bronce, Molina Hans, Costa Rica. Medalla de plata, Amador Giancarlos, República Dominicana. Y campeón de la categoría 68 kilogramos masculino, Guanipa José, Venezuela. Nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional.
Well, let's prepare for our next award ceremony. This time in Women Championship.
Briseño Stephanie, Costa Rica. Cuevas Evelyn, República Dominicana. Medalla de bronce, Galar Satiani, Bolivia.
The third places.
Medalla de bronce, Obregón Carla, México.
Well, it was a very passionate competition in this women's weight class.
Medalla de plata, Briseño Stephanie, Costa Rica.
And the final was also a very interesting one. The second place
Campeona de la categoría 60 kilogramos
from
femenino, Cuevas
Costa
Evelyn,
Rica.
República Dominicana.
And of course the gold medalist, a very happy local hero, Evelyn Cuervas. She fought very nicely.
Premiación, categoría 62 kilogramos Combat Sambo.
Well, let's prepare for the third award ceremony.
USA.
It's Combat Sambo.
Maximiliano, Uruguay.
And then we prepare for the third block of
Canada.
competition.
Bounet, Querón,
There were a lot
Trinidad
of beautiful fights tonight, and for sure we are going to see a lot of other interesting fights also. And I really like this this way of presentation with t-shirts with the name and the flag of the country that won a particular medal. We start with the bronze medalists.
Medalla de bronce, Jaime Sashira, USA. Medalla de bronce, Dávila Maximiliano, Uruguay. Medalla de plata, McFadden Liam,
So from
Canada.
Uruguay and the United States of America. The silver goes to Canada, and of course the gold medal goes to this very athletic and spectacular fighter from Trinidad Tobago, Karen Byrne.
Damos inicio a nuestra tercera ronda de combates. Categoría 82 kilogramos masculino. García Carlos, República Dominicana. Blanco Joan, Ecuador.
Well, the group pictures and the celebration.
82 kilogramos masculino.
But we prepare now for our next fights. And we will start with men under 82 kilograms from the Dominican Republic, Carlos Garcia, and his opponent from Ecuador, Joan Blanco. Blanco in blue uniform, while his opponent is in red. Men under 82 kilograms, so we start with the middle range weight classes. Good position for Garcia. Good lapel grip, good positioning, trying to attack the leg. Still, both of them moving around with ease, and they're very relaxed. I really like the fact that they are so relaxed. They are looking for their positions. Well, again, Garcia looking for the same thing, where Blanco is defending very well. They are very strong, and they are evenly strong. Nice positioning for Blanco, but he lost his opportunity. For sure, he wanted to get his opponents back and maybe to attack an arm lock. And here we go, we restart. Blanco looking for his position. He stays very low in order to not to allow his opponent to get his grips first. But it doesn't work. Garcia is still the aggressor, still trying to initiate the attack. Good sleeve grips for both of them, but very defensive grips, and for sure the referee will have something to say about that. Half-point deduction, and 1 point for Garcia right now. The Dominican is leading. Yes, in a way he was the aggressor, but he didn't do enough so far. Now he tries to throw. Very good defense for his opponent, both of them on the ground. I think the main problem with these two particular fighters is that they are very evenly matched in strength and also in technique. They fight in the same way, and they use the same qualities. Strong snaps for Blanco. He's trying to attack the leg. Garcia is moving very well. They are very quick, both of them, and they have very good sprawls and very good defense. Nothing happens, and I think we're going to see another half-point deduction. No, the referee doesn't think is necessary so far. Still looking for the positions, but still nothing happens. Let's see. Yes, another half point, and this time 2 points go to Dominican, to Garcia. Let's see how aggressive he will be from now on, because he already has 3 points, and there are only less than 90 seconds to go. Garcia on the ground. He looked like he was slapped in the face a little bit, but everything is fine right now. Well, so here we go. 1 minute to go. Again, nice setup and a nice technique. Let's see how many points. I think it's going to be at least 1 point for Blanco. It was a nice setup and a very nice attack. No, not even 1 point. It was an ankle pick, and then he succeeded to turn it into a single leg, but The referee decided it wasn't good enough in order to score a point, and for sure the referee knows better than we do. Well, the last 30 seconds of the fight. Still Blanco defensive, while his opponent is looking more aggressive. Well, and that's it. I think it's going to be almost impossible for Blanco to score a 4-pointer or maybe a submission hold, especially a submission hold. Only a few seconds to go, and for sure Garcia is going to risk a deduction in order to control the fight, and this is exactly what he does. He's stalling. He's waiting for the seconds to pass. Yeah, half-point deduction, no biggie. Just 1 point deduction, but he leads by 3 points, so it was very easy for Garcia to win this one. Not a very spectacular final, but a very tactical final. And sometimes we need to watch this type of competition, because sometimes it's even more interesting than only a spectacular technique. This concluded our first final in the third block of competition, and now let's prepare for women under 68 kilograms. From Costa Rica in blue uniform, Nicole Castro, and her opponent from Trinidad, Latesha Gill. Well, let's see. Also, in the last final of this block of competition, we will have men under 74 from Mexico. Luis Banuelos against the Venezuelan Geiker Ferrer. But until then, let's concentrate on our current final. In red uniform, Gill. In blue uniform, Castro. Gill is representing Trinidad, while her opponent is representing Costa Rica. And unlike the boys, we start very, very quickly. Let's see what's happened with the knee. Doesn't look good. Well, I always hate to see this type of things. Well, I had some knee injuries myself, and they are very, very annoying. When you think that everything is fine, you find out that there isn't everything fine. And the surgeries are so difficult, and let's hope it's nothing serious with Castro. But look at her left leg. She doesn't have enough power in that left leg, and you can clearly see that. While her opponent is trying to move her on the ground in order to pin her, she wasn't able to attack her opponent because of that left leg, and I'm so sorry for her. Look, again, the same thing. The leg buckles, but right now she has a position where she doesn't need her legs too much. Bulldog choke. Well, this must be very painful for her. I really don't understand why her opponent is not pressuring her a little bit more. Look, again, she succeeded to turn her opponent on the ground. It was 1 point allowed and then disallowed, and now she tries to roll her over into a pin. But Gil is defending very well. It's very difficult to turn an opponent over like this from this position. But believe me, that right leg is not getting any better. That left leg is not getting any better, and I'm sure it's going to be very difficult for her to fight. 2.5 seconds to go, and it's amazing the fact that she still fights with that injured left leg. And as far as I could see, she likes to attack with the left leg. Now looking for a single leg, nice position, nice roll, probably one more point for her. Her opponent tries to get on her belly in order to control a possible pin. No point scored. Well, Gil tries to attack, but the technique doesn't seem to be her strongest point right now. For sure, Carlos is Castro, excuse me. The fighter in blue, for sure, she is fighting only 30% of her potential, and as far as I could see, her right leg also has a bit of a problem. She tries to pin. She does exactly what she has to do. I mean, she really has to fight on the ground, and she does it extremely well. Well, it was a beautiful effort for this young lady, a beautiful effort. And now she tries to pin her. For sure, she will score the points, and for sure, then she will try to attack an arm lock or some other technique. Yes, she has the points, and let's see now. Yes, she's looking for a hammerlock. Is it a hammerlock or an Americana? I don't know exactly. Not enough, but it's going to be very difficult for her opponent to score 6 points right now, or to or a submission hold. Yes, but I really don't like to see this type of things. I understand the pain she's going through. An injured knee, it's something very unpleasant, because your whole leg goes numb, and especially when you are using your legs in order to win a fight, it's very difficult to fight like this. She is limping. She will try to stay on the ground as much as she can. She will try to fight now. She will try to win every second. Only 18 seconds left. It's difficult for her, and I really feel her pain, and I really love her attitude. This is what means to be a fighter. Doesn't matter how hard it hurts. Doesn't matter how difficult it is. You go and you go and you go and you try to finish, and you try to be the best. And she's leading by 5 points, and she almost mesmerized her opponent. Her opponent did nothing in this final, and she was just limping on a leg, and it's going to be very difficult for her. The next 6 months are going to be a real pain. But man, this was amazing. This was amazing. I really like what this young lady did. Such a powerful attitude, and such a strong young woman. Not only physically, but also mentally. She limps. It will be very difficult for her trainer to carry her, because she's not exactly light. But anyway, I understand her. I feel her joy right now, because I know how hard it is to fight without one leg. And look at this. Great fighter. I think she deserves a prize for this final more than the medal that she already succeeded to win. And here we go, men under 74 kilograms, Venezuela against Mexico. From Venezuela, Feder in blue uniform, and his opponent in red from Mexico, Luis Banuelos. Well, let's see. We saw a lot of fights between Mexico and Venezuela yesterday, and for sure we are going to see another good one right now. Actually, this is the only final between Mexico and Venezuela, and the Mexican starts very aggressively with a high kick. The same technique in response from his opponent, and they are moving around nicely, trying to throw is the Venezuelan. Not bad, and now he has the back with a few punches. No point scored. Only a half-point deduction against the Mexican. And here we go again. That hurt a little bit. The knees clashed. Nice head kick and nice throw. Look at that looping right hand from the Venezuelan. They're still grappling right now, and the throw, beautiful, directly into the pin. 4 points, and only that. Now it's 6 points so far for the Venezuelan. He moves around. Mexican attacking again, and Feder countering very well. And this is another beautiful throw. I guess this is it. This is it. A great victory. And again he hurt his leg. But anyway, I don't think it's something serious. He hurt his leg falling down, but the victory will take him high. Nice victory for Venezuela again. I think it is the strongest team in this competition, Venezuela. Maybe the Dominican Republic is competing for the position of the best team so far, but we'll see in the end of tomorrow's competition. So far, Venezuela and the Dominican Republic had the most medals. But anyway, we have a short award ceremony, and then we'll return with our fourth and last block of competition. Men under 100, women under 80, and combat men under 90 kilograms. So don't go anywhere. We still have our award ceremonies, and then we return.
Premiación, categoría 82 kilogramos. Turcheto Yuri, Brasil. Salinas Juan, México. Blanco Joan, Ecuador. García Carlos, República Dominicana. hacen entrega el profesor Omar Lopera, presidente de la Unión Panamericana de Sambo, Jason Fraser, presidente de la Federación de Sambo de Trinidad y Tobago, y Tommy Santana Cedeño, oficial superior de la Comandancia de la República Dominicana. Medalla de bronce, Turcheto Yuri, Brasil. Medalla de bronce, Salinas Juan, México. Medalla de plata, Blanco Joan, Ecuador. Y campeón de la categoría 82 kilogramos, García Carlos, República Dominicana. Por favor, nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional. Premiación, categoría 68 kilogramos femenino. Monsalves Lady, Colombia. Rodríguez Andreina, República Dominicana. Gil Latesha, Trinidad y Tobago. Castro Nicole, Costa Rica. Medalla de bronce, Monsalves Lady, Colombia. Medalla de bronce, Rodríguez Andreina, República Dominicana. Medalla de plata, Gil Latesha, Trinidad y Tobago. Y campeona de la categoría 68 kilogramos femenino, Castro Nicole, Costa Rica. Por favor, nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional. Premiación, categoría 74 kilogramos, Combat Sambo. Urizar José, Guatemala. Yayuit Johnson, USA. Bañuelos Luis, México. Heiker Ferrer, Venezuela. Medalla de bronce, Urizar José, Guatemala. Medalla de bronce, Yayuit Johnson, USA. Medalla de plata, Bañuelos Luis, México. Y campeón de la categoría 74 kilogramos, Combat Sambo, Heiker Ferrer, Venezuela. Por favor, nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional. Damos inicio a nuestra cuarta ronda de combates. Final, categoría 100 kilogramos masculino. Sosin Kirilo, Canadá, rojo. Frías Vladimir, República Dominicana, azul. Final de la categoría 100 kilogramos masculino. En la esquina roja, Sosin Kirilo, Canadá. En la esquina azul, Frías Vladimir, República Dominicana.
Well, and we prepare now for the last block of competition. We'll start with men under 100. It's going to be a fight between Canada and the Dominican Republic, and then we'll go to women under 80 kilograms, and finally the last fight of the evening, combat men under 90. So let's prepare. Two fighters from the Dominican Republic, two fighters from Cuba. one fighter from the USA and one fighter from Canada. Well, the fighters don't seem to be quite ready. Oh, but yes, they are. We already started this fight. In red, representing Canada, Kirilo Zosin, and his opponent from Dominican Republic, Vladimir Frias. So in red, the Canadian, in blue, the Dominican. No points scored so far. Both of them controlling very well the position. Good lapel grip for both of them. The Dominican is trying to use the type of a better grip, but it didn't work for him right now. He lifted too much both of his hands, and this is why his opponent was able to control his upper body and to throw him like this. It was a very nice technique for the Canadian. Let's see again. The Dominican has a high lapel grip, trying to control and then trying to go low this time. He has to be very, very careful. The Canadian is very technical, and he seems to be very relaxed also. Looking for the throw. It doesn't work. Let's see again. This is a very nice attempt for the Dominican, but it's very difficult to attack like this without a proper setup. You need to unbalance your opponent first. He tries again. It's very difficult, especially when your opponent is so big and so heavy. It's very difficult to throw him without unbalancing him first. This is why it's very important to know how to set your techniques, how to move step by step towards your technique. Good lapel grip. This was a beautiful one, but it was a very good counter for the Canadian also, who succeeds to pin him. The Canadian followed his opponent's technique. This is why it looked so fluid. There's no escape from that grip, no escape from that position. There is nothing to be done, and now the Canadian is looking for the arm lock. He has the position, he has the arm. Look how calm he is, how relaxed he is. 45 seconds to go, and the Canadian know exactly how this fight goes. He knows he has to be very calm. He doesn't need any rush. 6 points for him right now, only 1 for his opponent, and for sure he's going to try to control the time. 30 seconds to go. And we restart. Last 15 seconds. The Canadian again controlling his opponent's upper body very calmly. No haste, no rush. And again the same thing. The Dominican is trying to attack without unbalancing his opponent. And the Canadian was so calm and so composed. Great victory for him. And this gold medal goes to Canada. Kirilo Zosin is the winner. Only silver medal this time for the Dominican Republic, Frias. But they still have a chance tonight. Women under 80 kilograms from Dominican Republic, Pamela Castellanos, and her opponent from Cuba, Brenda Molina. In red, the Dominican. In blue, the Cuban. Brenda Molina from Cuba, ready to go. And her opponent, Castellanos, making her entrance.
En la esquina roja, Castellanos Pamela, República Dominicana.
Let's not forget that Cuba has always have good fighters and very good wrestlers and very good judo players. So this is no this is actually expected to have good sambo players also. Look at her, very quickly looking for the pin. She reverses the position and reverses her opponent. Very beautiful technique for the Cuban. And the countdown starts. Not even a single move. And right now the Dominican tries to bridge out of that position. She tries to look for a way out, but this north-south position is very, very difficult to counter, especially when you are on the ground. But she succeeded to escape. The Cuban almost made this fight look easy so far. She is looking for the grip. She has the lapel, she has the sleeve. She moves into another beautiful throw, and now she tries to pin her on the ground. But let's see how many points did she receive. 2 points. 2 points and no pinning. Well, let's see. It seems to be a problem with the score. No, it's just a problem with that small bandana that the Cuban fighter wore. 6 points to 0 for the Cuban, who is looking for another throw, and this is it. This is the end. It was easier than expected for the Cuban. And we now have the official decision. The Cuban wins this gold medal. Women under 80 kilograms, so a gold medal goes to Cuba. And of course we have there is another opportunity for Cuba, because we have a Cuban fighter in the last fight of the evening. Combat man under 90 kilograms, Jesus Crespo from Cuba in red uniform will fight against Eric Purcell from USA. The American in blue uniform, the Cuban in red. Men under 90 kilograms. This is the last fight of the evening, but do not forget, tomorrow we still have a lot of interesting competition.
En la esquina roja, Crespo Jesús, Cuba. En la esquina azul, Purcell Eric, USA.
Well, and here we go. The American in blue, the Cuban in red. The American looking for a high kick from the get-go. The Cuban very, very sneaky with a beautiful outside sweep, and now looking for the pin. He has the position. He controls his opponent's body. He only needs to keep him with his shoulders on the ground. Already 4 points for the Cuban. The American tries to power himself out of this position, but this is it. This is it. The first technique that you are taught in the gym, that outside sweep, it worked perfectly for the Cuban. And then the pin, beautiful technique for Jesus Crespo, who wins the second gold medal for Cuba tonight. Great victory, very technical approach for the Cuban. And this concludes our first day of competition, our 12 finals. We still have our award ceremonies, but do not forget, tomorrow we will have another interesting day of competition, and for sure there are going to be a lot of great finals as well.
Premiación de la categoría 100 kilogramos masculino. Garfias David, México. McCormick Matthew, USA. Frías Vladimir, República Dominicana. Sosin Kirilo, Canadá. Hace entrega al profesor Omar Lopera, presidente de la Unión Panamericana de Sambo. Jason Fraser, presidente de la Federación de Sambo de Trinidad y Tobago, y Tommy Santana Cedeño, oficial supervisor de Coma RD. Medalla de bronce, Garfias David, México. Medalla de bronce, McCormick Matthew, USA. Medalla de plata, Frías Vladimir, República Dominicana. Y campeón de la categoría 100 kilogramos, Sosim Kirilo, Canadá. Nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional. Premiación, categoría 80 kilogramos femenino. Castellanos Pamela, República Dominicana. Molina Brenda, Cuba. Medalla de plata. Castellanos Pamela, República Dominicana. Y campeona de la categoría 80 kilogramos, Molina Brenda, Cuba. Por favor, nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional. Premiación, categoría 90 kilogramos, Combat Sambo. Córdoba, Jan, Panamá. Torres, José, México. Purcell, Eric, USA. Crespo, Jesús, Cuba. Medalla de bronce, Córdoba Jam, Panamá. Medalla de bronce, Torres José, México. Medalla de plata, Purcell Eric, USA. Y campeón de la categoría 90 kilogramos, Combat Sambo, Crespo Jesús, Cuba. Por favor, nos colocamos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional. Los entrenadores, se va a hacer la entrega de la premiación por equipo. Los entrenadores de